All right, so had to lock up our stuff, all of our camera gear's in there. So we can walk kind of slow, Vince, so we don't get the audience too sick. We're good to go. So look at the size of this building all the way down here. I mean, this is all Boxabl, and then it goes back that way as well. What you're seeing, we just walked by, is a model that they use, but then there's another model that's open up here as well. And that model that you'll see, we'll walk by it. There's a bunch of people always going through it. How much do you guys love this Vegas sun? I don't know if you're in the Northeast like where we came from. I'm really happy to be here. So all the casitas that we're staying at, were back there. So that's why we're walking all the way down. That's where our whole camera crew and everybody's set up. So hopefully we make this through with no issues whatsoever, and you guys have a great time. You're gonna see a whole lot. I could just stay out here, Vince. The weather's so darn nice. It's a little chilly though. Chillier than normal. Hopefully that's going pretty good. Let's just keep going down here. Jennifer's crawling in the back there, but we won't spin on her. She just got in this morning from a flight from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Look at that. See, there's a Boxabl sign. We must be getting closer, Vince. We must be getting closer. The entrance is down here. All right, let's get this pace going. So, and we're also going to be doing an unfolding today. Jen, did we clarify the time for the unfolding? 2 or 3? What's that? What? Oh, you're looking. I had no idea what she's whispering to me. Yeah, Jen's back there. She's the one that puts all these schedules together. So gotta be grateful. It takes a team to do what we're doing. Vince behind the camera. We'll get the camera on Vince at one point. You've seen him, and Drano's back there monitoring all the sound. You know, one of the best audio guys in the industry. At least that's what we're finding out. Probably one of the best looking ones too. What the heck? Nice guy. All right. This is it, man. So here's all the reserved parking, vendor and contractor parking here. That's what those signs are saying as we go by. And then obviously the no parking, my guess is we're looking at some of the upper echelon. Just kidding. Look at that truck, man. I want one of those. I wonder whose truck that is. Okay. So here we're coming up on the entrance. You can see they have all the Boxabl vests in the window there, which is great. How you doing?
How's it going?
Good.
Welcome to Boxabl.
Are you who I'm meeting?
Yes.
Awesome.
Luis, nice to meet you.
I'm Dave Cooper. Pleasure to meet you as well.
Likewise.
So if you're walking us through, why don't you hold this and just keep it up when you're talking?
Okay.
Right? That way we don't have to...
pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. Vince, why don't you go in and then we'll walk in behind you here and maybe head to the left a little bit. Oh, we got Alexis with us. Come on in. All right, so Alexis is gonna be with us as well. Let's do a little conversation.
Yeah.
I'll hold this here. You stand here with me as well. All right, so we already got greeted at the door. Alexis, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're doing here as well.
So I'm Alexis Bullock. I do investor and customer relations here at Boxabl. So we got a lot of people waiting for casitas. We got a lot of investors. So trying to keep communication open and get it all sorted out for them.
Yeah, and by the way, Alexis and David have been working tirelessly to help us pull this off. It's been a lot of work, you know, trying to get it together and get it coordinated because you guys are all so busy. All right, Luis, what is your position here?
My official title is a fabulous, so I give tours every single day. We have lots of fans that come through.
Yeah.
I want to check out the facility and the product and what we're all about.
Right.
So I get that pleasure of being able to kind of introduce everybody to Boxabl and let them know what we're doing here and what's coming in the future.
Sure. So where are we standing right now?
So we are in the lobby of Factory 1. This is our first facility, and we moved here in July of 2021.
Yeah.
Coming up on a year, 2 years now. And then production in September 2021 as well. Just a little note, we love that we're from Vegas. So we do have a Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. So we are proud of.
So I'm putting the fab together now. Now I got the fab.
There you go.
It doesn't take me long.
What's so distinct is that, as you can tell, I'm dressed in all white.
Yeah.
So that's something that Paulo really loves, just about kind of showing us off, is that when you walk in, you're going to be greeted by 3 beautiful faces that are all dressed in white and ready to take you around and kind of show you what we do here.
Well, it's kind of a theme here, if you can't tell.
Honestly.
Yeah, white.
Look at the couches, the desks.
All right, well, so get me a uniform. I guess I need a clothing change. Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, you've been here how long now?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half. And Luis, how long have you been working here?
Just about 8 months.
About 8 months. What I'm learning is everything at Boxabl has a purpose. That was new to me. I didn't know the white, or I would have dressed differently, because I'm pretty fabulous myself.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have dressed a little bit differently. But you're right. Everything does have a purpose here. And that's why the marketing has been so great for what you guys do. And that's also where the success is coming in for both of you. So this is going to be super exciting. All right, we're going to go on a factory tour, right?
Great, yeah.
And are you coming with us, or are you staying here?
I will stay here, Luis. You're in really good hands.
Yeah.
So we got your vests and everything here for you. So you guys are going to take a walk through.
Do
the
I have to give my
factory.
vest back, or I get to keep it?
We'll let you keep it.
Yes.
Just because we're on camera that I said.
And I need my white and my white.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You got to tell me this stuff, Luis.
You got the blue. You're
I do.
good.
Next time
Okay.
you come, I want you to know white. Sounds
Listen,
good?
I'll be here in the morning.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
you hold that.
Let's do it.
Let me get our stuff on. So we got to get our team dressed as well. Are the vests all the same size?
Yeah.
Let me get this
Should be,
on
yes.
Vince's head for him.
Am I okay to wear it?
Maybe Jen, you can help with some of that. Yeah. Is that too tight?
Nope.
Perfect. All right. Get Jennifer here. So, all right, we're just putting on our PPE, our safety gear, right? Which is important to do, so we can all be safe out in the field. I'll help you. Not very often do I get to screw something to Jennifer's head, but that time I was able to. All right, let me go over here and get one more. Nice orange hats. I love the color orange, by the way. I may have to. So now it's official. All right, Vince, what do you think? I think orange is your color, Vince. So, okay, walk me through, Luis. Everybody that comes here has to obviously put on the safety gear.
Yep, so we have everybody walk in, we greet them,
Yep.
offer them water and coffee. We have them sign in, and then right on the hour, we'll call them up. We'll ask them if they want to take any
Right.
pictures or anything
Okay.
like that. Usually that's a pretty good place for pictures.
Yeah.
We offer them pictures right here in front of our factory tour door.
Yeah.
And then I load everybody up on this awesome box tour cart that we have.
Look at that.
Our little box limo.
That's how we're getting around today?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, cool.
They trust me to
Can I
drive this
surf
thing.
on the roof?
I mean, hey, anything's possible here at Boxabl.
It is.
But
it
yeah,
is.
I can't believe they trust me driving around these people every day. But
Yeah.
it's
You wouldn't know it, but 2 years ago, not even, I drove through this factory at a high rate of speed in a dually with Galliano.
really.
Yes, I couldn't
Did you get
find.
that
I
on
could
video?
not find my seatbelt fast enough.
What?
We were having some fun. You weren't open yet.
No,
You know,
yeah.
and then he's calling his dad, saying, "Dad, open up the gate. We're gonna jump out the loading docks."
Oh,
And
my
I'm sitting here
God.
reaching for my seatbelt. It is a lot of fun here. This has been probably the most fun at a factory I've ever had. So, Jen, are you guys ready to walk through, or need a minute? All right, so let's go over
Yeah.
here.
So and then I take them over here. I load you guys up, however
Great.
you guys want, whatever is easier for
Yeah,
us
yeah.
to film.
So what are you thinking? So when we go into the factory, we're gonna go down the left side and then up the right, or do you go around this way and back in?
We're gonna go down this way
Yep.
and then straight down. So if you want to get the best footage, anywhere on the left.
So why don't you be on that side, Vince, and then we can talk about it. So why don't you go over there or climb through? You want me to hold that for you? You want me to start doing some selfie styles?
Perfect.
And Jen, are you coming with us? She's gonna chase us and run. All right.
She can sit in the back.
Yeah, put her in the back.
Beautiful.
Maybe we should sit.
So
in
do
the-
you want a traditional tour like I would kind of just do every day to day, or kind of just go through and
I tell you what,
ask
give
some
us your traditional tours.
Okay.
I kind of know this stuff inside and out.
Yeah.
There has been so many tours about the overall process as it is, and I'll probably this afternoon we'll get into it a little bit more in depth on the technical side. You know, I want to get into weight loads and things that your probably typical customer does not ask,
Right.
so people can understand what we're doing, right?
Gotcha. Perfect.
So
So we're gonna go in. Look at this door opening. It's kind of like a
Yeah, yeah.
Willy Wonka factory. You
right,
know?
right. The Willy Wonka factory. We got to get you a mic stand out here.
I know, man.
All right, so here we are. We're in the factory, and I'm sure we'll be able to walk through with the camera around the outside at some point here. We're going to take a quick drive through, and then maybe we'll do that so people can really see what's going on.
Absolutely. So
So why don't we show over here, Vince? Let's show people the factory itself. and just kind of hold it there. Maybe tilt it a little bit towards the right. Going through. There you go.
Perfect. All right, guys. So
walk us through it, man.
Welcome to Factory 1. This is our first factory, about 170,000 square feet, just about 4 acres big. We moved in here in July of 2021, started production in September. Our first project was for the government. They ordered 156 units. We fulfilled that back in May of last year.
Yeah.
Right now we're working on a project for a copper mine company based out of Baghdad, Arizona. They ordered roughly about 200 units, and we're fulfilling that at a rate at about 2 per day, 1 every 4.5, 5 hours. Yep. Our second factory, have you been over there yet?
I haven't been to the second factory yet, but
we got to take you over there. So our second factory is about a 5-minute walk from here. It's 130,000 square feet. So about 300,000 square feet for combined between Factory 1 and Factory 2. It's going to be more parts production over there. A lot of the shelving, racking equipment that you see here is going to start moving over there, so we can redesign things here in Factory 1. Our production goal in this factory is to be able to produce roughly about 3,600 casitas a year. That breaks down to about 10 per day, 1 every 90 minutes. Yep. And that's just in this factory. We have about $15 million worth of automation equipment that's coming. That's going to help us get to that 3,600 goal. And then we are looking for the land to build our multi-million-dollar factory, Boxabl. You know about that?
Boxabl.
Boxabl. Right. So Boxabl is going to be hopefully about 1 million to 2 million square feet. That is going to allow us to hopefully be able to build a casita every couple minutes with all the automation that we're going to add. So just in the next couple of months, this whole place is going to look different, and this is going to be that entry level to that what's coming in the future. But I'm super excited to really see where the company goes and how we are when we build that Boxabl factory.
Excellent.
So the demand is super high. I don't know if you know, but we have about 185,000+ people on our waiting list. It's crazy. So we really got to get that factory up and running. That way we can meet some of that demand.
Excellent.
So basically, the casita is made up of 13 insulated panels. That makes up the walls, floor, and the ceilings. Right here to the left, you can actually see some of the materials that we use to be able to construct each panel. We use galvanized steel for the exterior, polystyrene for the middle, which is going to be your 6 inches of insulation. On the inside, we use a material that's called MgO, or magnesium oxide. It's very similar to sheetrock or drywall. And then for the perimeter, we use laminated engineered wood and PVC. Like you can see right here in front of you, they're cutting and measuring all that to our standards. They'll stage it over here and then bring it over to our actual staging location when it's needed.
Great.
So our production line consists of 6 different stages. It starts with stage 1 staging and goes all the way down to the finish line. You got lamination, paint, power, and assembly in between. So as we go down, I'll give you a little overview of what we do in each stage. And so right here in our staging location, they're going to start creating that perimeter. Once that perimeter is created with that laminated engineered wood and PVC, like you guys can see some of them right there, they'll bring it down to what I like to call our 1.5 stage. So what's going to happen here is in this elevator storage tank, that is a polymer based glue that we use to be able to bond our materials together. Those 2 machines with the gray one and the white one right over there, those are our glue machines. So what'll happen here is our workers will lay down that first layer of material. Those 2 machines will go down depositing layers of glue. Our workers will then add that next layer of material, glue, material, and so on and so forth until your panel is complete. It's very similar to like a layered cake concept.
Sure.
Just way less tastier.
Right. Yeah.
And then over here to the left is our lamination machines.
The gray and white machine right there.
Yep.
Yep, with the stripes down the side.
Exactly. So these 2 machines are very similar to a vacuum sealed bag, only they are a press. They're going to apply 72 tons of pressure onto our panels. That is then going to ensure that glue we laid down is nice and evenly distributed, giving us that proper cure we're looking for.
So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of walls that can go in. So that's not just one layer. You have basically 4 or 5 shelves there that can compress at the same time?
I believe it's just 2 and 2.
2 and 2?
Yep,
okay.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Got it. There you go. And how long is it staying there?
Good question. I don't know that answer.
We'll find out.
But we'll find out that answer. So right when it comes out of the lamination machine, it'll go onto this tilt table, hence the name because it tilts. But if it's a floor panel or a roof panel, this is where they would install that steel hinge beam that you see right there in the middle. Yep. That steel hinge beam is actually one of our 60 patents and pending here at Boxabl. That's so important to us because it gives our panels the structure and the ability that it needs to be able to fold. And then you see those black rubber gaskets that are running all along the perimeter. Those black rubber gaskets is how we ensure nothing will go in or out when the unit goes to get installed. So they're like Legos. So when they come together, those black rubber gaskets are gonna create this airtight seal, and that is then going to ensure that nothing goes in or out of the actual unit. So moving along next is our mudding and sanding booth. That is where they're gonna make sure your panels are nice and smooth and seamless. They'll move it over into our painting booth where they're gonna paint your panels this nice white on the inside. I like to let our customers know right now, everything is pretty cookie cutter. With so many people on the wait list, we don't really have time for customization. Right. We hope to in the future, but for right now, like I said, how we assemble it is how you'll get it. If you want to make any changes, you'll do that on your own when you receive the actual unit. So pretty simple. Our fourth stage is where they're going to start running all the electrical through the walls. Since we pre-cut our installation with those chases, it allows us to really complete this stage fairly quickly, more efficient for us. They'll do all the installs for your electrical outlets as well, and then move it into my favorite stage, stage 5 assembly. Yep. So in stage 5 assembly is where really everything starts coming together, and you get to see the unit go from really nothing into something. So assembly is made up of 11 different stages. In each staging location, a little more detail gets added. We utilize this crane system above here to be able to help us navigate the panels down the different staging locations as they go to get installed. A finished unit weighs roughly about 12,800 pounds. So as you can imagine, things start getting pretty heavy around these stages. So you can see how we start in stage 1 with just the bottom platform, which would be the floor for essentially your kitchen and your bathroom. And then already here in stage 2, you have more of your wall panels connected. So you got your back wall, which runs all the plumbing and the electrical through for your kitchen and bathroom. They're doing all the plumbing. So your kitchen is on the right, your bathroom is on the left. Above that kitchen window cutout is a mini split system for your heating and your cooling. It is rated for up to 400 square feet, so that's more than enough to be able to heat or cool the actual unit itself.
I'll vouch for that. We've been staying in them.
Yeah.
They work. Yeah.
How you liking it?
It's
super nice,
warm.
huh?
I mean, it's not been the warmest trip to Vegas, that's for sure.
I know. We've been having crazy weather here. Yeah. You just happen to come on one of the colder weeks.
Yeah, perfect. I get to test it out.
So right over here, you can see a lot of the cabinetry has already gone in. Your bathroom is coming together. You can see that shower liner is already in. You got your 30-gallon tank water heater that we went with this generation. For the next generation, they are still debating whether we're going to go tankless or stick with the 30-gallon. So, to be determined. And so everything you see being installed inside the factory is what comes included with the actual purchase of the unit. So essentially, all you would have to do is just furnish it. You're going to get a turnkey ready home.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And so everybody out there knows that's watching this. I know we have a lot of executives and factory owners. We're going to go through and do a play-by-play on a lot of this stuff that Luis is going through. We're really getting a high-end, high-level, 1,000-foot view. But there is a lot of real fine details that are happening at every single location here, which we're excited to bring to you. So go ahead, Luis. I don't want to steal the show.
No, you're good, man. So right here in stages, roughly about 4, 5, and 6 is where they would start adding your roof panels, which you can kind of see 2 of them right here.
With the gaskets?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so if you take a look at this unit, it's kind of hard to see, but you could actually see the roof panels already stacked on top of each other. We stack them like that for transportation purposes.
Sure, move them
and then when they go to get installed, like the next one in stage 8, you can see that the roof is already laid out flat. And so there's a reason behind the stacking that I'll kind of tell you here in a couple seconds. But I wanted to give you guys a closer look at our steel hinge beams right over here.
He's going to bring that camera around so everybody can see it here.
So like I said, those steel hinge beams are actually one of our 60 patents and pending here at Boxabl, giving us our panels the structure and the ability to be able to fold. Right here we got our MGO, which is your similar to sheetrock or drywall, that inside material as well. And so back over to the assembly line, you can see in stage 8 they're doing all the About to do the window installations. They're gonna cut all that out right now. And then really right here is where they would do those final installations and inspections. Before then they would fold it up. So if you guys don't know, or anybody out there, the magic here at Boxabl is that we're able to take something that's 20 by 20 and we can fold them up into 20 by 8.5, just about 12 feet tall. The reason that 8.5 number is so important to us is because anything under 8.5 doesn't require that wide load shipping permit and all those extra costs and fees that come with that.
You hear that, all you modular folks out there?
So
no shipping permits. That's a big deal.
Let's actually take a walk over here if you guys want real quick.
Yeah.
So what's happening here is we took the unit from its 20 by 20 dimension that you can see right over here, and we folded it down into 20 by 8.5, just about 12 feet tall.
So let's turn the camera over here, Vince, so they can see it. What they're doing is that's how they're protecting the units. They're shrink wrapping it, just like we do in a panel shop or in a modular shop anywhere around the world. So that's all that is. That's how they put it on. That's so when it goes out the road and ships to you, it shows up in the same order it left the doors here.
Exactly.
If anything's ripped on it, we'll know if something hit it, and it helps keep the water and rain out as it's not fully sealed when it's folded. So that right there is pretty much that folded up.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, let's go closer.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see? You can warm up with that, Vince. I don't know. Excellent.
So just to give you a little bit better perspective, I would say this unit is almost like 98%.
Let's show some of the people
completed.
inside here.
Yeah. Hey, Candace, how are ya?
Hey, wave to the camera, Candace.
Wave to the camera, Candace.
I love it. I love it. She's like, no camera for her.
No camera.
All right. So, but yeah, I mean, they're just doing their finishing touches on the inside here.
Yeah, and then you can see this, like I said, pretty much almost ready to be folded up. And then they'll focus on folding it up, which right now it's taking them, I think, roughly about a half hour to fold these units up.
About a half hour to fold it up. Mm-hmm. Great. Can we come over? Can we look at the side of this one real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, Vince, let's come over here. Maybe, Vince, if you go back so you can get a lot of this into the picture here, just so we can see what we're looking at. All right, so these are going to be, I'm thinking, the pick points, right? That's the steel pick points for lifting and moving.
For the forklifts, yep.
For the forklifts underneath, so that's how you keep the rigidity of it. And then walk me through where the panel and the fold happens on this.
All right, so...
Are we looking at this side?
This side is the one that doesn't fold.
Got it.
So it folds right here.
Yep.
This would be a better angle, I should say.
So that's, there you go. You can see the hinge down
this
there.
Is your kitchen and bathroom right here. And then this is your living room and bedroom area.
Got it. So the roof folds up.
The roof will fold back.
Yep.
Back once more, up to 3 high.
Yep.
And then this part, the two walls would come in.
Yep.
This wall right here would lay down, and then the floor would then fold up.
Yeah, sure.
And that's
it all
why
folds into this side here, right? Because here's that hinge we were talking about. What they have the patents on.
Yep. And so that's why it doesn't come included with furniture. Yeah. It's because the side that your furniture would be on is the side that's folded up.
It's all folded up.
But that's why it comes included with like the cabinetry, bathroom. Because that's already fixed in.
You know, what's interesting, and I always like to point it out, Luis, and there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this that aren't experts in the field, because we really focus on C-suite executives and what we do traveling and talking about innovation and construction. Mm-hmm. But the consumer is so interested in this, right? There's so many orders that are out there. Innovation takes time.
Yeah.
These hinges, working out the kinks, right? There's a concept, then it gets going, and then like you guys, it turns into a unicorn that's just flying down the road. But now you're doing all the automation. Now all the work's starting to come into play where the system has been really worked out. So you can put out a quality product each and every time.
Exactly.
Like an automobile.
Exactly.
And that's where you guys are at from what I'm seeing today. But we're going to talk with Galliano, we're going to talk with Paolo, and the founders of Boxabl as well. And you can see some of the earlier videos we did. This isn't our first time here, but I think this is great. It's definitely busy.
Yeah, definitely busy. And I love how everybody works together. So well. We got a nice organized production space. So it's like this every day, not just like today. Every day it's very nice, clean, organized, which allows us to be very, very efficient.
Yeah, definitely. And what are they doing? That's how you lay out your electrical. You got an electrical diagram over there.
Yeah, so this is pretty new. I actually haven't seen this. I've only seen it like while it was being built, but from my understanding, this is how they just make sure all the equipment's working before they go to install it. So all the lighting fixtures.
Yeah, it's a test.
Yeah,
absolutely. You gotta test everything.
I believe that's very innovative to us. Someone thought of that, and then they kind of put that in part of the process.
Listen, it's better than going in, putting it in, finding out you got a defective product, and having it come out. You know, so, and that's what it's all about. And that's one of the other things here that I've been learning is everybody here has the ability to make suggestions and come up with new ideas.
Right.
That's
absolutely
super important, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Got it. And then here you go. We can get that dishwasher and refrigerator we need before we get out of here.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And so what they'll do with this unit is they're just gonna add our logo on it, and then they'll set it out back.
So how do they? Oh, they paint the logo on?
They spray paint it just like that. They have like little templates right there, and then they'll just spray paint it on, make it nice and neat.
We're gonna have to get a Dave Cooper Live approved house logo on there.
Absolutely, that would be that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Anywho, I love it. Let's keep rocking and rolling on this. We're actually gonna be doing a live unfolding of a house.
Yeah.
I think at 2 o'clock today.
Okay.
So 2 o'clock, right, Jen? Live unfolding of a house. Man. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
Vince, live unfolding of a house. If you're not careful, Vince, they're going to put you in that one right there. That's the box cop.
Yep, he comes around.
Yeah.
He comes around.
I know. He came around to us.
Oh, yeah? He don't play.
He was making sure we're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Love it. Perfect. You want to get a picture? So just as, while we're out here from the consumer perspective, it's important to understand that what Luis is doing is kind of taking you on the tour. So hopefully with all of you out there that can't make it here, sometimes it's too much money or you really want to know, you're on the same exact tour that everybody, even the A-lister celebrities that come through here, and there's quite a few of them, same tour they all go through, right?
Absolutely, yep, absolutely.
So, and that's what we're doing today, so enjoy it. All right.
So let's go in. I want to take you guys out back if that's cool real quick.
Yeah, it's definitely cool out there.
It's a little chilly, yeah. Do you want to go to Factory 2?
Let's go. Yeah, we can. You guys want to see what's going on? I know Factory 2's in the make. Jen, are you joining us?
Hop on in, friend.
Yeah.
All right. So
we're gonna go over. We're gonna go outside here. So I know on this backside you'll probably be able to see some of the Boxables that are getting ready to ship, and we're also going to Factory 2, which is going to be the new factory. It's not open yet. I believe they're using it for cutting and stuff right now, right, Luis?
It is actually open.
You're using it for cutting panels?
So we're using it for, right now we're cutting our foam over there. Yep. So you're going to be able to see that process. We just got the keys at the beginning of February, I believe, and started moving stuff. So a lot of these shelving and racking that you see here used to be packed full.
Yep.
So now a lot of this equipment is over in Factory 2.
Mm-hmm. So that makes sense, right? All right. So
all right, guys.
That camera's not adjusting the way it needs to adjust, and the light's not too much. So look at all the Boxables, everyone. So you can see, I mean, they're stacked too high on the back side. There's a lot more that needs to go out the door, but they're getting there.
Yep, we're getting there.
This is the order that's going to where?
Baghdad, Arizona.
Baghdad, Arizona.
So all these are for them. So they've arranged their own shipping. They're coming to get them. I'm not too sure what the schedule is on that, but little by little, I've seen them come over and grab a couple. And so Factory 2, we got pretty lucky with Factory 2. They started building this new development over here to the right. And then, Paolo and Galliano thought it was a perfect opportunity to kind of snatch one of those up.
Is it this factory here?
It isn't. It's going to be this new development right over here. So this is actually the building that connects us. Hopefully one day if, these people don't want to be here anymore, we can swipe them up as well. Look at the
protection you have. Look, there's old 113s. I used to have to be in one of those 113s when I was in the Army. See those tanked vehicles?
Yeah.
I used to have to follow the Abrams. I was a combat medic once. But talk about being in a good place for protection. You got some Abrams in there. Well, you got all kinds of stuff in there. That's Nellis, right?
Yeah, we're really close to the Air Force Base, so when they fly over our building, it literally shakes the whole entire facility. I bet. Super crazy.
Well, think of it as a shake table test for your units, right?
Yeah.
It's like an earthquake test.
Exactly.
Okay, so these buildings have a little bit of a different look to them.
Yep, so a little bit different aesthetic. I think it's super modernized.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the location that we picked is it's facing the highway. So no matter if you're coming in Vegas or out of Vegas, you'll be able to see the Boxabl factory from the highway. So definitely a good location.
Listen, if anybody has any questions or comments, we will be going back to the computer. Put a Q in there. We'll try and answer it. We can't really answer them on the road. In fact, actually, I probably could take a look at some point when we're driving back on the phone. But just put a Q in front of it so we can answer your questions if you have questions. We are on the live Boxabl tour right now. We are going to the second factory that is getting ready to be fully functional. Right now, it's still being built out, but they are using it to build and store products. That's what I'm hearing?
Basically, yep. We're getting the works, yep. Getting in there. So this is it over here to the left.
Ah, it's like an Amazon shipping center.
And we're going to go over here and sneak in.
Yeah. And if people out there don't realize this, I really love what I do. You don't want to go head-to-head with him, do you?
Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
The electric car versus the diesel. Huh? There you go.
All right, guys. So welcome to Factory 2.
Got it.
So you can see a lot of our EPS foam that we use for our insulation is over here. We've already put in some shelving and racking. Right over there. Kind of very similar to Factory 1.
Can we stop and show this real quick?
Absolutely.
Just so people can kind of see. I mean, this is the interior of the walls. Come on over here so we can show some of the. Now this is actually custom made for Boxabl and the Casitas and what you're building, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming this is your outlet holes. I mean, I don't know if people can see that stuff, but
so we get it like that behind you.
Yeah.
And those brick amounts.
Okay.
And then we actually cut it to our sizes here in-house, which is done right over there in the corner with the hot wire CNC.
Those are solid bricks of foam?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So those big blocks over there, Vince, are solid bricks of foam, and then back in that corner there, you're cutting. Is that what they're doing now?
Yeah,
we're gonna go over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I'm getting ahead of myself.
So no, you're good. So the cool thing about this, just so you know, is that we used to order them already pre-cut with hooks and chases.
Right, okay.
And now that we do it in-house, we save about $5,000 per unit.
Per unit.
Per unit.
And that's a saving to the consumer.
Hopefully in the future, of course.
Oh, come on.
That's the goal, is to be able to keep everything affordable and low.
Right. Sure.
So we're gonna wrap over here, and then that's some of the galvanized steel that you can see. So they have a little bit of a lot of the material over here, so it's back stock, but it really allows us to be able to have the space over in Factory 1.
I mean, this is a lot of space, so I'm sure that, at least I'm guessing that this is going to go to a full production facility like the other one.
Right. And
with new automation.
Right. And you being in that first factory before anything was in it, it was pretty big, huh? How do you feel now?
Yeah,
it's pretty small.
It gets small.
So this is pretty big for us right now, but in a couple months, it's probably going to feel super small again.
Yeah, for sure.
How you doing, Terry?
Good, how y'all doing today?
Hey, Terry, how you doing, man?
I'm doing real good.
Good.
Terry, do you have a quick second to just kind of explain in a little bit of detail what the guys are doing over here?
Sure.
All right. Hey, Terry, I'm Dave Cooper.
I'm Terry Artis.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Come on over here.
All right.
So this is what I was telling you, Dave, and then Terry will kind of lay down a little bit more facts for you.
If you could give Terry the mic and you can just hold that up. We're live right now, so.
Oh. Hello, everybody.
I always say when we're live, that's the time you don't want to pick something, eat something, drink something, or smoke something you don't want the rest of the world to know. But everything else is okay.
Well, again, like I said, I'm Terry. What we have, this is like our foam cutting machines. And right now, the foam for our walls, everything is cut and produced in our facility. So the machines, like I said, they all ran off our programs. Mark is our programmer, so he'll program everything. It gets sent out to the floor. They all have their work orders. They'll go through, put their blocks up.
Yeah.
The machine will pretty much go through, do the cutting. So we have our raw material coming in one way, and then it goes out. We just disperse it out into the warehouse. Then it's triggered for the warehouse workers to come grab it. They'll take it back. They'll kit it all up for us.
Yeah.
It gets moved over to building 1. And from there, like I said, it goes into the walls.
Yeah. I love it. So, hey, Vince, maybe work your way around this side because that's where the wires are, right? Because this block's already been cut.
Yep, the wire's right here. Yep.
Yeah. So maybe we can show that. I wouldn't get too close and touch it. Come on this side, Vince. He's working his way around. He's like, I got a camera. I know what I'm doing.
How long does this process
So-
take?
The first cut takes about 15 minutes.
I don't know
The
if-
second
yeah.
cut takes about 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the last cut, I want to say, is about another 15 minutes. So it's about 3 cuts per block.
3 cuts per block, and it just sits there. And then, so this wire vent, so you can get up a little bit closer. You can see that's already has what 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 cuts in it,
Right.
right? And that wire, it heats up.
Yes. The wire will get almost like a cherry red.
Yeah.
So it just goes right through. It'll melt that foam as it's cutting.
Got it. And then what about the side holes? How does that happen? Like the axle, that wire does same. So it
Yes.
goes in there and it can go up and around like this.
Like right here. So the
Yeah.
wire, it'll come in, it'll
Yeah.
stop here, it'll go up, it'll make that loop, and it'll come right back down in that same area, and it'll just finish out its cuts.
On that side over there, you should see where it cuts and it goes up in loops, Vince. Maybe show everybody out there what he's talking about. It's on both sides, I'm assuming, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So that's what it does. So why don't you show them, Terry, what that's doing? So I see it down below there.
So basically, when it's coming through cutting, it's going to stop here. It'll go up. It'll make that loop, and it'll exit out the same way that it came in, and then it'll just travel down, make its next cut out. Here, do the same thing, loop around, finish its cut, drop down, and it just continues until it finishes out that block.
Excellent. Awesome, Terry. So this is what you're doing. I mean, this is what's keeping everybody warm inside them walls.
Yes.
Right?
Nice and insulated.
It is. I mean, how do you like working at Boxabl?
Oh, I love it. Like I said, this is tremendous. You don't see this nowhere.
Yeah.
When I first walked in here and I saw what they was doing, I said, I got to be a part of this.
Right.
And like I said, actually be building a house on a production line, it's
Right.
crazy.
It is.
You know, like I said, you cut down that build process of 6 to 8 months, and we're knocking houses out daily.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's tremendous. And then we just did our 2-story, 3-bedrooms, 2.5 bath. That was at the IBS. Mind blowing. Like I said, to all the workers, they did a blow your mind job on that house.
Yeah. And that was a spec home. That was a new concept,
Right.
you know. So there, you kind of build it and put it together out there. But I mean, that's the ability to take a system
Yes.
and fine tune it to the Casita, and then find a way to expand on it.
Right.
So
Yeah, like I said, many ideas. Like I said, go from 3-bedroom, who knows, to a 5-bedroom, to a
Right.
mansion.
yeah, you know what?
A
The
lot
fun
of
part-
Boxables.
The fun part about this is he was just walking, probably coming from lunch or something. We just grabbed him.
Caught me off guard. No time to plan for it.
Well, but I mean, that's what we do. It's unedited. We want people to see really what's happening here, and I
Right.
think it's really important to understand there's a lot of people who work here. There's a lot of people that, make a living here on Boxabl to feed your own families.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, the whole culture and the vision is to make housing affordable and
Yes.
give people a quality product that doesn't lack just because it costs less money.
Right.
And I think that's what's important here, and that's got to feel good to be a part of that too.
Oh yeah, like I said, to build a nice, durable home.
Yeah, for sure.
Cost effective. It's
Listen, I say it all the time. The housing industry is the only industry that hasn't changed. We've been building houses the same way our entire life. The car industry changed. Everything changes. Why not houses? It
Right.
makes no sense when it comes to technology until you step into this place and some other ones around the world, and there's not enough of them yet. We are in the last place. Agriculture is more advanced than construction, and that's got to change.
Right.
Clearly, it's not working because there's millions of people that can't afford a house.
Right.
To include myself, and I do this for a living. Right?
right.
So that's what we're out here doing, sharing the word, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, pleasure. He's got a handshake, man.
Thank you, Terry.
You ever arm wrestle Paolo?
Oh no, I think Apollo will get me. You see how arms on that man?
I know. He is big, isn't he? I know, but you got the grip, man. I bet you could shrink him on them grips.
See, I would have to get him on that.
You'll get the roll over. Yep. Hey, nice to meet you.
All right,
Thanks for all you
Thank
do.
you, Terry. All right, that was awesome.
All right,
Some
that
good
was cool.
information.
Yeah, for sure. How we doing on time, John? We got to get. We got to wrap. We got to go back. All right, so
Okay.
we're going to go back over.
Perfect.
Now listen, we are live streaming on our LinkedIn channel. It may go out. It only allows you to be live for so many hours, and when we got to restart, I believe. But if you go to our YouTube channel and you get there, make sure you like and subscribe if you appreciate these inside looks. There's a lot of YouTubers out there, but very few that are doing it the way we do it live. I mean, this is unedited. So you're just coming along with us on the ride, and we're having a lot of fun with it, and you get to meet all the great people that are working here as well. you guys can make your own decision. But so far, I think it's pretty spectacular. So where are we heading now? Back over to Factory 1?
Yep, we're going to ride over to Factory 1. Should be about 2-minute drive over there.
So, Jen, do we have to go back to Factory 1, or can we get dropped off near the Casita so we can get back on the stream and maybe... Let's go home.
Oh, let's go home.
That was fun. Let's go home. It's been our home for the last couple of days.
Which Casita have you been living in?
Well, we're personally staying in the beach theme one.
Okay, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, but we're the Adobe one is the one that we're doing all of our filming out of. So we set up our studio in there for the couple days we're here.
Very nice. When did you arrive?
We got in Saturday, so we've been there Saturday and Sunday, and then tonight, and leave on Wednesday.
Leave on Wednesday. Okay.
Yep. So lots to do and lots to see.
How was everything was good?
Yeah, no, listen, so far, I mean, I think it's like anything else. I mean, they just finished them. I think they were still finishing the day we showed up.
Yeah.
But I think overall, it's been an amazing stay. It's warm, it's comfortable. Show the military stuff, man.
This is our great view right here.
Yep. Gotta love the soldiers and everything that they do for us in this country. But for everything that the mattress, I don't know what mattress. If you haven't slept on one of your Boxabl mattresses, if those are the mattresses that are shipping out with the house, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you, the mattress.
I ordered them.
You did?
Yeah.
You're gonna like it.
I was like, I think this is gonna be the mattress.
It is. It actually is really comfortable. Vince, did you like the mattress?
I loved it.
Yeah. You loved it as well. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So, no, the mattress is great. Bathrooms are huge. Even in the bathroom in the shower stall, you have the Boxabl logo.
Yeah.
You're making your own shower stalls.
Yeah.
The faucets are great. I think I heard somewhere you guys are moving to maybe even quartz or Corian countertops as well.
Maybe in the future.
I think I heard that, yeah.
It's gonna just get bigger and better from here, you know?
Yeah,
that
for sure.
when anything, just like anything, when it first starts out.
Drop us off on this end over here.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, can't wait to see where we actually go.
Yeah. Luis, so this is the backside of those Boxables that we're staying in. Obviously, they're here for show and to people to see, and kind of set up on the pavement here, so you can't have everything underway. Watch the car coming, Vince. We don't want to get you run over. But this is going to be the modern one. This one isn't finished yet, just yet, coming through. As you can see, there's all kinds of, you gotta love it. People checking them out. And then this is the backside of the one we're filming at. So Vince, why don't we walk through here? I'll let you go first, and then we'll go back into the studio there. Luis, why don't you come on in? You want to come in for a second?
Yeah, I want
come
to
on.
check it out.
Come on in. Well, here, you just hold that.
Oh, beautiful.
When we get in here, we'll have to switch back over. Look at that. There we go. Excuse us. Let me walk in. We got a lot of people. That's how popular the place is. Walk in. I'm sure people are poking their heads in here.
Oh, it looks good.
Hey, Adriano, how are you?
Looks good. Sounds good.
Sounds good as well.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Hey, have a seat, Luis. We'll have you sit down here for a second. Let's see what we got going on.
Okay.
I know we only have a few minutes before our next interview. I'm going to switch over, and we'll give it a second. So we're going to go dark for a minute, everybody. No fears. We are going to be right back.